assist. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm John's Mapping or the Sultanate Empire, and in today's video, we are going to be continuing What If Civilization Started Over, episode 17. Now, for all of you who don't know, I am not one of the only people that is working on a regular Wixo. Most of you will probably know Ender M, very good friend of mine who does a regular Wixo here on planet Earth, and then he also does a What If Wixo Started on Another Planet. But that series he has not done for a while, primarily due to the maintenance of that series that he has to do for it. So nothing has been posted in a long time. Uh, Ender, say hello.
Hello, I'm here.
He is here with me. We are on call as I am recording this video. Um, but let's get into the video and before I get distracted and we end up talking for like 6 hours, which we do not need. If you did not see episode 17, I suggest you go check it out. This is episode 18 where we are continuing the African War or the War of Africa, which will actually be ending in this episode. Now, as Orange Team forces continue to collapse under the weight and pressure of the African Alliance or the African Confederation of countries, they will eventually be able to push and cut off the Purple Team from taking any more territory of the Orange Team. Now, the Purple Team is the Arabian Empire or the Holy Arabian Empire. If you did not know, they are over in Arabia in the Middle East, and they were originally helping the Orange Team, but after better promises and better deals made with the African Alliance, they have swapped sides and joined the African Alliance's side. Now, the only reason, now some of you may be wondering, the Orange Team was the #1 country in the world. The Orange Team was the strongest. How are they losing to all of these other countries who are very weaker than them? Well, you gotta look at it like this. One, the Orange Team is fighting this war against two countries. One country, which is strong enough to go to basically hold their own in a one-on-one against the Orange Team, and that is the Holy Arabian Empire. And number two, the Orange Team lost all of their allies, which means it is just a single front, and the entire alliance and the entirety of the Purple Team slash the Arabian Empire is currently fighting them, which means your military is outnumbered because you are fighting two enemies who combined are strong enough to kick your ass. Also, the fact that is that the Orange Team is suffering internally as well because the people originally were in support of the war, but once the war reached their own country and started to touch their own territory, the people began to lose support. And we see this loss of support throughout the entirety of the country, even in the less populated areas towards the Sahara Desert. But the real kicker comes when the Orange Team's capital falls over to the African Alliance forces. And well, we just kind of see the rest of the country slowly fall and collapse as noble lords declare their own independence, claiming their own right and claiming their own place within the remnants of the Orange Team Empire. Now, this war has gone on for a very long time. It's gone on for about, I would say, 16 to 20 years at this point. This war has been raging. Let us go to the world and see what the world has been doing in those 16 years to 20 years of fighting down there in Africa. First things first, one of the things that has been happening is the completion of the complete colonization of the British Isles, partial colonization of Ireland, with the country that formed here in Britain getting all of this territory right down here, and then the Norwegians getting all of this northern territory up in the north. Now, Norway The only reason they're colonizing is because they have a big slumbering giant on their border, known as the Eldirian Empire, or as Mr. Ender likes to call it, the Babonian Empire. I don't know why he has an accept an English. I don't know why he has an obsession. English, please proper right. Please English properly. Oh Lord have mercy. I don't know why he has such a obsession. There you go, with Bob or Bobonia, but he does. Don't know why. But basically, we will be seeing those areas get expanded into. In the meantime, while the Orange team was in the middle of warring, the French did some exploration, and well, let's just say they explored more down towards the Orange team. They never met up with any Orange team explorers or even the Orange team territory. They explored more of northern Africa along with some of the Italian explorers, discovering all of this northern part of Africa, with pretty much the entirety of North Africa being discovered by the Europeans. And as the war nears its end, the brown team does eventually meet with the orange team's border, but they kind of find chaos and anarchy as well, everything is just not so good, and we do eventually see the almost the complete exploration of Africa in the times and in the years that it takes, as the rest of Africa, as the war draws to a close, does end up getting entirely explored, and we have our first continent being fully explored um, in this area, or well, in the series. Sorry, we have our first continent being fully explored, and we also have the French doing something uh, that their people don't really like, but the French do this one time and then they don't do it ever again because they realize it was just a terrible idea. And that is mass expansion, as they quickly seize the entirety of Iberia, and then they also seize these islands over here, just like so. And that is what happened over in Europe during the war. What happened over here in Southeast Asia and South Asia was the continuance of this good old war between Branch and the Southeast Asian coalition. Now, my friend Branch has seen minor successes as he has been able to push back against the Southeast Asian coalition, and his forces are fighting a hard fought battle. But it is all in due time as the Southeast Asian coalition begins to use underhanded tactics and begins to use his local civilians against them as the to stop his advances and slow their pushes. They do a kind of German tactic, like a German Reich World War II tactic, where they begin to send thousands upon thousands of civilians from the territories they control towards the advancing militaries, forcing them to stop and take care of the civilians, which allows the Southeast Asian coalition to push forward more as the militaries are forced to retreat in turn of protecting the civilians. Because Branch's government, the kingdom, and the royal family have made it clear that the civilians are the most important part of their country. Without the support of the civilians, this war will be lost in the long run. So we do see the military get pushed back heavily, further than what the border was before, but thankfully, these tactics come to a slow as most of the civilians have been evacuated out of the newly occupied territories, and all of the civilians that lived in the previous occupied territories have come to a halt. But besides that, nothing else has been happening. Now, thanks to that quick update, let us look at of the the peace treaty of Africa, or the peace treaty of the capital city of the light blue team, which is known as the capital city of Varshnir. I think that was their capital name. Right, because I don't want it to be a historical city or like a city that is actually in that area. Because why would I want to do that? No, that's boring. Varshnir is the capital city of the light blue team, and that is where every country, every leader, every person is meeting for the peace treaty of Africa. Let's get right on to it. Alrighty, and we are back. Oh god, I know to you guys that might have like been a jump cut, like a quick cut, or like nothing ever happened. But bro, it literally took me at least probably an hour or two just to finish this peace treaty. Like about an hour it took me to complete this peace treaty, like Ender said. Um, but this is what it looks like with the provinces, right? Uh, this is what it looks like without the provinces. Welcome to this beautiful, beautiful map of pain and suffering. Um, but let us get into the rest of this video. And what is that video going to be? Well, that's going to be up in Europe with tensions continuing to rise between Ender, the French, and the Italians, where the Italians are beginning to lose influence over the Yugoslavian countries as Ender begins to push in on his own influence into the Yugoslavian countries. Also, Ender's spy network has been able to find out that the royal family of the French has some familial ties towards his own. Maybe that's hinting at something, maybe it's not. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But in the meantime, we're just going to be doing some storytelling and some minor expansions. With the Orange team gone and with countries in Africa still recovering from the war, we will be seeing Italy, Benito's country, do some minor expansions up in the northern part of Africa, primarily around the Tunisian area. And his country will be taking stuff, or well, something that looks like this, colonizing and claiming all of these parts of Africa. Now, let us go over to the Suez Canal as they continue to expand themselves, going all the way up to the Libyan area over here, kind of taking all of this land for themselves. They even go down the coast over here, and they claim all of this land right over here. Looking something like this. But tensions continue rising in Europe as it grows closer and closer to a possible massive European Great War. But all will happen in due time. I'm Chance Mapping for the Sultanate Empire, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, go down beneath today's video, hit the like button. If you didn't, that's okay. You can hit the dislike button, or you can just not like the video at all. If you want to be notified anytime I upload a new video to my channel or something new gets posted onto my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification icon. Otherwise, I hope you beautiful ladies and gentlemen enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be, wherever you may live, and I'll see y'all in the next episode or in the next video. See ya!